This one here has got quite a bit of water that stays in there. I'm gonna use my my wet vac this time. We'll see how it does. It's got a lot. It's got a big area that holds water. You can see there's a lot of water that stays down in there. I don't know, probably 4 inches across the whole thing. So that's a lot of pumping. I want to get my wet vac out. We'll give it the old Gundy mama. We'll give it the old Gundy mama. Let it rip, potato chip. Already full? That ain't no flipping good. That's it right there. That's quite, so it's just a metal detector is all it is.
Yeah. Look at that, shred it like a piece of cabbage. You would think that they would try to make sure
it was high enough,
open,
yeah.
so that we can get at it, you know, but instead...
Okay, that thing works pretty good, huh? You just shut it off after? Yeah, I've been thinking about getting one. I don't really need it, to be honest with you. Let the water department.
You gotta find a box.
I've had times with the water department, these new kids, they ain't got a flipping clue what the hell's going on.
Oh, yeah.
So I could find it like with this myself and say, yeah, and find it for them. This guy, he has me winterize the house, and he says, oh, try to keep it under $150 for winterization. It's like, pal, I'm going to do it time and material, whatever it takes, you know?
Does he think you have different rates?
He says, oh, let's try to keep it under 150 this year, he tells me. It's like, so yeah, he thinks I'm going to give him a special deal. Wait till he gets my bill.
Hey, careful, you lose him as a customer.
No, I've dealt with this guy before. He's all right. He's just tight as 2 coats of paint, you know? That's it, right there.
Should be it.
All right, let me check it. All right, it's off. And that's just the pressure bleeding back from up the 2nd floor. Alright, I gotta blow out this boiler first. Hydronic. I got the hose open, so I'll blow out the hose. Draining the boiler first. This is a hydronic boiler. We'll drain that first. got a live one, Mama. We got a live one. I must have it off inside. We got the outside shower right here. See it? You got them all. We got a live one, Mama. We got a live one. Alright, so the boiler's pretty much drained. You want to know why I changed those boiler drains? There you go. She's not shutting off, is she? Nope. That's why I changed them boiler drains. That's why I changed them. You go around and you open up all the hot and cold throughout the whole house. So I winterized this house last year. You guys might remember it. So gotta go around and do everything a couple of times. Like I said, I'll go around and do everything a couple of times. There's the boiler drain down there on that boiler. I left the old one up on top there. I'll show you when I go back in. When I go back in, I'll have to do the hydronic loops, but I'm going to do the domestic water first. I don't know where the hell this hose goes, but it shouldn't be having a flipping hose on there. It goes down in the ground here somewhere. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but as long as I blow it out good with air, I don't care. I'm pushing everything out with air. The hot water is a tankless coil in the boiler. This will blow out. I gotta disconnect this water behind here on the solenoid. I'll show you later. Already pumped the toilet out of my wet vac. Thing didn't pump for long, it got bound up with water. Not the best wet vac. See in there, but it's got like a hose nut type of compression thing. Open up the faucet under here now. I don't think he even turned it on last year. I think he's got it off. protected. So if there's any water in the solenoid, it can drain out. So watch out, I want to spit. Look at Camel Mama, she wants to spit, Mama. She wants to spit, Mama. Alright, I have to pump this toilet out, but I usually grab the... Put the cover on a bed somewhere where it don't get broken. I gotta pump this out with my pump. I gotta pump the water out with my little pump, and I'll be able to put antifreeze in there. I'm worried about getting all the water pipes clear first. The hydronic loop. It's hydronic heating in here. No hydronic heating. Problem is, this is like a real bad crawl space under this house. So we want to do it good, especially the hydronic. Anything. The washing machine, we'll get that. Get that chooching, Mama. We'll get that chooching. Oh, I got the compressor going underneath the house. There's a drain at the low point. I got my compressor going in over there. We'll have to antifreeze this next. But we'll do that. Door's still locked. Got a delay on it. They go around a couple of times with the, make sure you get all water out. Alright, so I already drained the boiler out. And there's one loop coming back. You can see I changed that valve. I had to put a new valve in it because it was leaking. So what we'll do is we'll purge out the, just like if you were going to purge out a system. Obviously. I'll open this back up here, this feeder. Alright, and I got this open. As you can see, it's, I don't know if you can see it or not, but she's definitely... See if I can tip up the hose so you guys can see. Alright, there we go, Mama. Gave it the old prop job. So obviously what we're doing here is we're going up through the supply, through the house, back to return. Can't go to the boiler because this is off. And we're going out. I want to purge that really good with air. Look at, there we go, Mama. She's like a camel, Mama. She likes to spit. It's like a camel. You don't want to put no more than 30 pounds in there, so we could shut this off, let this build up a little bit of pressure, and then we'll go for it again. We got a relief valve on the boiler here, so it ain't so bad. We gotta do it good, make sure we get all that. I don't want to crawl into this house. I'll show you, it's a bad crawl space. Yeah, she's pretty much done. And after we're done, we'll, open up the, we'll leave everything open. I'll go around, I'll do the water pipe, and we'll on the bottom of the tankless we got one here too. There should be no water in there, it's pretty much all drained out. The tankless is here's your hot water, it's a tankless here, so I've already done with the hot, through the hot. This one must have been leaking, I had a cap on it. No. Until it's leaking. Oh, we got a cap on it. That's the outside shower. We already bled that one, that outside shower. It's all here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Well, let's see if I can zoom in. Like I said, you want to go around a couple of times, and better to be safe than sorry. You can open that once the drain's open. Just want to make sure I make sure I get all the water out of them heating loops. I don't want any problems next year. Should be good. I can shut and drain the boiler down. Boiler's done. Drain all the air pressure right out of that. We're good with that. I got it off here. I'll pull the Firematic so it can't run. A little water in it. I'll put it up on top of the boiler there. And there's an emergency switch inside. I'll shut off too. I'll leave this open. Like I said, I've done this house quite a few times, and I usually have a pretty good luck with it. That's on the heating system. I'm done with the heating system. I went over there and get my hose off of there. There's a drain. There's a ball valve and a drain down there. I'm going down there with my. I'll show you guys this flipping crawl space. Nasty. I ain't gonna go crawling around in this house. You can see the main shut off there, so. So obviously this is the low point here. I got the water shut off. I know the water main shut off. We'll leave this open, give some critters crawling there, have themselves a... Alright, so the water's off and it's drained back to the low point. I blew everything out with air. Alright, I got the water off and drained. Make sure I open up all the faucets. Winterize all the drains. Rinse. We want to put this on spin. See, that's dumping in the drain, so that's going to winterize the washing machine and the trap inside the wall. my friend the bug, he's still there. My friend the bug's still there. Let's see how he likes the antifreeze. So in the dishwasher, same thing with that. Put on start. Once it starts, we'll cancel it and it'll dump. So I got that connection in the back of the refrigerator loose. I'm ready to winterize this. I got that toilet winterized. Make sure that's open. Good to go. We want a couple of hangers here. I'll show you why. You can put them right in the refrigerator, the hangers, and the door can't close. So you leave the door open, let air in, or it'll turn moldy. So I found that was a good, either that or a rag in there, a towel or something to keep the door ajar. Alright, so this is all drained. I'll leave this ajar a little bit. Make sure I shut all the lights off. He's got the emergency switch off here on the boiler too, so this thing's still running, but we don't need it to run anymore. It's already spun, so we're done with it.